Over the past few months, Anisa has taken a liking to talking about and posting her cooking adventures online. She's done this in the form of tweets, talking about it on her podcast with Ian, or bringing Ian food live on stream. In response to this, the internet has given her some support by various commenters, but she's also got a lot of people A-logging her meals. Basically, every time something she's cooked gets revealed on the internet, it's swarmed with replies. Some people argue that going after Anisa for her cooking is low-hanging fruit or not funny, but I'll let you be the judge of that. There's really no need for more introduction, so welcome to the internet versus Anisa's cooking. It starts when Wild Pitch Offense posted this clip on the H2H Production subreddit with the caption, "I just spit out my drink. Oh my fucking god. Ain't no way we got this clip of Anisa."
That I'm very confident in.
Yeah.
And then everything else I'm like,
What would you pick for your like life confidence?
cooking and baking. That
Okay.
one for sure.
Culinary, we'll
Yeah,
say.
culinary confidence. I have culinary confidence.
Nice. What else do you have?
Like whatever I do for
Visual arts.
No, whatever I do for what would you call what I do for Creator Clash?
Oh, right, because that is more of a life element.
Yeah. What would you call that?
I'd say communication.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So communication. Communication and culinary crafting.
And Monzerbird replies, "What the fuck is this podcast? If I knew nothing about these two and saw this clip, I'd think they were the most boring people ever. There's zero vibes happening here." And Big Guthrix replies, "They fail at podcasting anytime they try to make it public. Gets no views. So now they do a paywalled one on their Patreon and just use that as the excuse of why it's so low viewed." And Farfault replies, "I'm a communist. Fuck capitalism. Anywho, if you want to watch my podcast, you have to pay me a $7.50 monthly subscription." Over in the r/I miss the old iDubbbz subreddit, Mad87645 posted this clip with the caption, "Anisa got impatient and interrupted Ian's stream to make him review her pie. Ian says it was sour, needed cream or ice cream to balance it, and hands it back without finishing. Also, he struggles to name a cassowary even though he loves them."
So it's got to be ostrich then. Or it could be this fucker. What is this guy called? I love these, by the way. Oh, the boy and the heron. It could be in the heron category. What are they called? They have a cool name. They stomp the ground. It's not a kiwi. They're fucking devilish. Whoa.
I got a little impatient, so I didn't let it cool.
It's so red.
I know.
You didn't dye it or anything.
No. It's the skin.
Just the skin.
Yeah, the crust got fucked up because I didn't wait for it to cool all the way. I got impatient, and it's gluten-free.
Cassowary, thank you, Einstein's grandpa.
But I want you to try it.
Okay, we're doing a quick pie review. Anisa says she got impatient. Ooh. I thought it was going to be too sour.
Yeah.
The first bite was like pretty sour, but then was mellowed immediately.
Yeah.
Crab apple pie. It's not too sour for a single slice. Like if this was like, you know. But like it is hard to eat a lot because it is so sour.
Really? Did the
Yeah. Wow.
salted it's still sour, huh?
I mean, I'm sensitive to the sour.
Did the salted caramel help?
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
I had more of it in the first bite. That one was just raw
So you
apple.
need probably more salted caramel.
I think the
with
salted
it.
caramel's helping, yeah.
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 Yeah. When you get the salted caramel bite.
Need some whipped cream? Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah. So, more salted.
It's
Caramel.
definitely good when I'm hungry for food.
Not that good then.
Correct.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like something to balance it out, like vanilla ice cream, someone says. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like it, but
Yeah.
I also like rhubarb pie.
Yeah.
Like
It's
regular
sour. It makes you feel like it makes you crave the other side of it, which is just like a cream. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Food is good when I'm hungry for food is an incredible observation. I love eating food when I'm hungry.
And then Opie follows up their post by saying, "It's good when I'm hungry for food. That's our simple Ian." And Tito come back replies, "Might unintentionally be the funniest thing he said in years." And Captain Kino says, "Food is good when you're hungry for food. Y'all can have whatever opinion on him, but mans was spitting raw facts here." Oh yeah, it replies, "Guy does everyday normal thing and has benign social interaction." This sub, "The king of cringe strikes again." And Nobug says, "He felted his wife by saying he didn't like her cooking live on stream." And a Garuki says, "You have to understand the mentality of people who are 30-year-old men who have never been laid." Anisa also tweets out this picture of cookies, one with a bite taken out of them, and captions them, "Okay, I have to admit something. I haven't posted the chocolate chip cookie update because they turned out ugly. I tried to make them gluten-free and I messed up somewhere." And Greg replies, "It's okay, Anisa. You're still better at baking cookies than you are at running boxing events." Mitchell replies, "Looks shriveled and burnt, like your soul." Cyborg says, "When are you gonna give your man his balls back?" Anisa also tweets out this picture with the caption, "I attempted to do a crosshatch top to my pie. I made too big of spaces and just ugly. But it's with a full butter crust and that does make it harder. It melts so fast. Anyways, it will still be tasty." Brennan says, "I'd say that's about 34% crust." Swarthroid Eliminator says, "What is this? You don't have a job so you can bake all day. How are you still this bad?" B-Show replies, "What's the filling?" And Anisa says, "Raspberry rhubarb. My family's favorite, I guess. They also like apple and blueberry. It's been nice having so many people to feed who like pie. They get eaten within a day, so I get lots of practice." Anisa also tweets out these pictures here with the caption, "Trial running different cakes for my loved one's birthday coming up. I'm so proud of the crumb on this cake. I make samplers today for everyone to try. A strawberry one, a custard one, combo, and plain." And Herp replies, "There's a genocide going on and this bitch is baking cakes." Just a Chump says, "This ain't the cake we want to see, ho. Get strippin'." Ty says, "Why do you always have to share everything that was meant for your husband?" Anisa also tweets out this picture with the caption, "I made a Hotpot inspired soup for dinner. I was really craving the tomato base and enoki mushroom combo." And over on the I Miss the Old iDubbbz subreddit, Revolutionary War posted with the caption, "Another 5-star dish from the kitchen of Anisa Joma." An actual Steel Toe Wearer replies, "Bro, is that lasagna noodles and spaghetti? This chick cooks like the kids on Lemony Snickets." And Photo Op replies, "Neither of them have any self-awareness. You couldn't pay me to post this, let alone expect praise for it." And Free Yard replies, "Enoki mushrooms are the thin white mushrooms. I'm not even sure that's spaghetti. I think that may be a shit ton of fucking mushrooms. Holy shit." Rusty Tetanus Spork replies, "You know what? Fuck off. I can't stand Anisa, but I honestly hate people that act like perfectly good looking and edible meals are trash even more. Lol." And Brilliant Lobster replies, "I think the problem is that she calls it hot pot. Meanwhile, this has nothing to do with hot pot except that she added a bunch of random ingredients popular in Asian dishes. It'd be like if I took rice, seaweed, avocado, salmon, tuna, and nacho chips, put it all in a bowl, and called it a sushi. It's just obnoxious. You just take a bunch of ingredients that you have no idea how to combine or use, and call it something it isn't. P.S. The mushrooms are overcooked." And Rusty Tetanus Spork replies, "Hot pot inspired, to be fair. You wouldn't call it sushi, but sushi inspired IMO is fine because clearly you were inspired by some of the ingredients that make up sushi and made it something not sushi." And Brilliant Lobster says, "Dude, what? Putting together rice and fish doesn't become sushi. The cooking technique also matters. How ingredients are stacked, etc. Just like mixing flour with meat doesn't become a hamburger. It's just obnoxious to call it sushi inspired or inspired American style burger. It's not even 1% of the way there. And the same with this post. It's not even 1% of a hot pot. It's more similar to a lasagna, if anything." And this guy Dabbles replies, "If I make sashimi at home and it's just sushi, rice, and tuna, it's still sushi. I'm not making it to sell it to you. And to me, there's no other dish I would call it when it is just a slice of raw fish on top of rice." And Brilliant Lobster replies, "Putting sushi, rice, and tuna together and calling it sushi is fine. But now imagine you mixed it with nacho chips and cheese and still call it sushi. That's what she's done here." And this guy Dabbles says, "Really? Do you know the ingredients for a hot pot tomato soup? Because from what I'm looking at, there's no visible evidence she did anything wrong besides make it a little too thick, which some soup bases are." And Brilliant Lobster replies, "Dude, there's fucking lasagna in there, lol." And this guy Dabble says, "That's tofu skin / bean curd skin. Tell me you've eaten hot pot more than 3 times your entire life." And Brilliant Lobster says, "I'm Asian, I eat it weekly." Anisa also tweets out this picture with the caption, "Tonight's dinner. Sauce has garlic, rosemary, oregano, sage, roasted veggies, and rib meat left over from yesterday." And Captain Comes replies, "Slop." Probable Spam says, "Literally anyone could make this. Why post it?" Josie says, "Overcooked mush." SpongeBob fan account says, straight up tradwife material. And Pete Bourbon replies, but she had an OnlyFans? And SpongeBob says, she is racist and right-wing though. One side will win over one day. This was May 19th before she reopened her OnlyFans. She also tweets out this picture with the caption, I made chilaquiles for breakfast today. Made corn tortillas into chips and the red salsa from Guajillo Chili's fresh. I'm super happy with how this turned out. Now, I personally have never had chilaquiles. There's also like no responses to this, so you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this. Would you eat? Let me know in the comments. Over on the HRHU Productions subreddit, Famous Perspective posted this screenshot with the caption, fuck Anisa. We should all spam her ugly ass bagel in protest. Attaching this picture of the bagel with the caption, I don't know what this protest will prove, but look how shitty that bagel looks. What is that next to it? Looks like expired ketchup. What the fuck is going on, dude? And Sassy Cat Lady replies, she didn't even cut it. And OP says, she used to work at Denny's, but you're questioning if she knows how to serve a bagel? You sound like you're not a feminist. And Mark Laritaville says, are you supposed to dip it in the ooze maybe? And PME Your Enigmas replies, I mean, I would say you're supposed to cut the bagel in half, toast it, and then apply jam, what I'm assuming the ooze is, to both sides. I'm usually in the camp of eat however you like, but this upsets me. Andy Parksio tweets out this clip with the caption, rare sight of Anisa bringing food to Ian. Caught on camera.
Yuda.
Incoming.
They're obviously Jewish.
This is from 4 months ago when Creator Clash 3 was still falling apart. As of now, we know that it's been cancelled. But Cam Sasaki posted this screenshot with the caption, I'm eating good food, Anisa. And it's people fighting in the background, CC3 falling apart, and Anisa saying, you posting Euphoria memes won't change the fact that I'm eating good food, living life, petting dogs and laughing at you yelling about my sex life. You can't even get a good night's sleep judging by those eye bags. Eins Nico says also, the nerve of saying good food? Ma'am, we've seen your cooking attempts. And Left Brandon replies, grown-ups making the most basic shit like lasagna and then boasting about it online will never not be amusing to me. Go girl, give us nothing. And Onesies Funsies says, it's honestly kind of fascinating how much she struggles at being an influencer given how much drama engagement she puts herself in. Girly isn't witty enough for Twitter clapbacks, nor is she interesting / sincere enough for even food content. Anisa tweets out this picture with a caption, marshmallow update. They came out perfect. And Alex Smith replies, damn, y'all really are broke, living like refugees eating drywall and shit. And Adelaide replies, bro has never experienced the joy and whimsy of a homemade marshmallow. Anisa tweets out this picture with the caption, we were missing Mexican food so much, so I made pork chile verde, my go-to Alberto's order, for dinner. Along with another post separately saying, making rosemary and Parmesan smashed potatoes as a side for dinner tonight. Just about to pop these in the oven for 25 minutes at 425. She then follows up with this picture and the caption, came out crispy and yummy. And Fiona replies, is this how Ian's balls look now after the vasectomy? Fighting for Animals says, how'd you manage to make potatoes look unappealing? Canned Beef says, I have to say everything you make looks delicious. I need a cookbook. She also posted this picture with the caption, I made lemongrass tofu vermicelli bowls for dinner. And here is that full picture. And Aidzolf replies, iDubbbz desperately needs a steak. Your vegan crap is lacking in many crucial nutrients only found in meat and is causing you both health problems. Mike says, so this is how iDubbbz became so soy. Then just a couple days ago, Ethan Klein put some Instagram stories out about Anisa, and also Anisa herself posted them with the caption, I see Ethan Klein is having a normal one today. And the first one is this screenshot they attached with the picture of the bagel that we looked at earlier. And this was just a screenshot that Anisa posted, but the full clip is on the I Miss the Old iDubbbz subreddit that Chip Kipling posted with the caption, deleted TikTok of Anisa's bitterness towards Ian really shining through at 2021. And here's that clip.
We chill on like asking, you know, if Ian's here or whatever. Like, I get it's funny or whatever, but I don't know, I've spent like the past 4 years living in his shadow, so to speak, and like I've been trying to do my own thing on the internet for 7 years before I even met him, and it is painful. So that'd be great. yeah, I'd rather have 5 people want to be here for me than like a bunch asking for Ian. Thanks.
Back over to Anisa's post, she screenshots Ethan's story, where Ethan says, "Sorry, but this is legitimately hilarious, and I am very proud of this creation." It's an old post he made parodying Anisa, where she said, "Tried a new recipe with active dry yeast and maple syrup in the dough, and it's a huge improvement. Tastiest bagel I've made so far." And Ethan says, "Who reads Mein Kampf while eating a bagel?" Circling this edit he made where he put Mein Kampf in the background of her photo. iDubbbz also reviewed this on stream. As you can see, here is the H3 post, and an Anon6 posted on the r/I miss the old iDubbbz subreddit with the caption, "Despite starting the H3 beef, iDubbbz begs for mercy and admits the content cop was weak."
Multiple instances of Ethan Klein either implying, inferring, or outright saying that he wants to essentially stalk and harass me, Anisa, and I'm sure plenty of other people until we are run off the internet. Like that, like he has said that proudly. And I'm just like, the content cop wasn't that bad. Like, if you're going to be that bitch made, like, I think you should be the one getting off the internet, because that content cop, even by my biggest haters, they're like, "Oh yeah, that content cop was weak." So why are you acting like it's gloves off time to endlessly harass someone because it was so, was that it? It clearly didn't end his career. Like, it was just a fucking video of me expressing my grievances.
In explanation, Feisty replies, "So first, the content cop was a plea to a friend to get help. Then it was a defense of Hassan and his friends from harassment. Now it was just a video of his grievances." And OK Traffic replies, "Nicholas DiOrio had a great line in one video. Basically, they are constantly trying to retcon the past, but they keep forgetting what their last retcon was because they are dumb." And Stunning Drawer replies, "As someone who was only introduced to DiOrio with this drama, he is surprisingly both very dumb and very insightful sometimes. Like, he's keen to point out bias in both the left and right, but he also unironically thought the FOMO subreddit was pronounced Foxmoy." Jodarito says, "It's gloves off time because you were fucking friends for a decade and it was a huge betrayal." And Object Office says, "Don't forget, huge betrayal of a friend by justifying people trying to take his kids away." And Counters Are Dry says, "He directly said, the CPS call made it gloves off time. Also, his content deputy was the real killer, when the whole video was justifying the CPS call." Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Akiko, Salsao, Coldest Bandito, and Captain Crash Out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next video.